know this is kind of a strange little format since it's a new play instead of doing something old, and we want you to stay afterwards and give us a little feedback, but I'm going to introduce the authors and they're going to take it from here. Behind you with the camera is David, and behind me is Joan, and they are the ones who wrote this, and Joan's going to take it from here.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. So the goal of this is, well, first of all, we really hope you enjoy the play, but it is, as it says on the program, a play. It says evaluative. I mean, we don't need to grade us or anything like that. We just want some, if you guys can just, at the end, cast 2, give us feedback, what, struck you, what worked, what didn't work. We would love to have a discussion with you a little bit. Don't want to keep you, everyone's going to be hungry and want dinner afterwards, but that would be great. If you could just give us some feedback, positive, negative, whatever, So also, if you have a cell phone, could you please silence it? And I think that's it. The one person that is not on the program who's playing Kathy is Judy over there, Judy Pertor, so she's part of the cast.
Are you going to do the synopsis?
I am going to do the synopsis.
Okay.
Yes, I am. That's the plan. So, in this dark comedy, David and Judy, a retired couple in their 60s, land in Arizona having planned a fun-filled visit with outdoor enthusiast Jerry and his wife, Dottie. Instead, they land the unexpected and unwelcome roles of caretaker for Jerry and Dottie. For Jerry, when Dottie has an accident and teeters on the brink of life and death. It's a humorous take on friendships and retirement community living.
I don't know why they try to sell you extra insurance when you rent a car. I have no intention of spending an extra $11 each day.
Yeah, we totally don't need more insurance. If we wanted to spend more money for a car, we would have told them. I always have an overwhelming urge to trash a rental car to get even with the company and really get my money's worth.
Did you know that in the United States, rental car industry is believed to have begun in 1916 when a Nebraska man by the name of Joe Saunders lent his Model T Ford out to a visiting businessman?
Hey, Jerry. We're at the car rental place. Can we call you back when we're en route? She's in the hospital? Fell? Hit her head? Oh, no!
Tell him we don't need to come. Did you hear what I said about the rental car industry?
We'll be there as soon as possible and help with whatever you need. Yes, I heard you. I'm sure that piece of information is gonna come in handy for everyday life. Speaking of responsibilities...
Upgrades. They try to build up your ego by making you think you're gonna get something for free, but really they just gave away the car you reserved.
First world problem. Can we just move on? What are our responsibilities? I don't want to stay for 10 days.
We're supposed to stay for 10 days? Didn't Ben Franklin say fish and guests begin to smell after 2? We're gonna stink! We'll be rancid!
Jerry and I don't even get along. He thinks I'm bossy. We'll be fighting after 1 day. I don't go to sleep late and I can't eat late. We have opposite styles.
What's our obligation? How long have we had this friendship for? 3-4 years?
9.
You know, support a friend time should be like reward points on a credit card. A percentage. For every year of friendship, you get 6.3 hours of consolation time in the form of support or assistance.
You can redeem your points for complaining, 1 free dinner, driving to a doctor's appointment, or a lift to the airport. We should be there. The right decisions to go.
For 10 days? I couldn't spend 10 days with my mother.
Under the circumstances, I don't want to spend 10 days either. But we have to think about friendship. How far do you have to go to be a good friend? Oh, we have to at least bring him dinner. The guy's under duress.
He's in a 50-plus community. They're all under duress. He's got built-in support all around.
Oh, start driving. You know we're going.
Blackout. Scene 2 setting, kitchen dining area with a western flair. Judy and David enter, luggage in tow.
Hello? Anyone home? Hello? I guess he didn't get back yet.
Ring, ring, ring,
Should we get back?
ring, ring.
It could
Just
be the
let it
hospital.
go to voicemail.
It could be the
Yes.
hospital or Jerry. Just grab him.
Glassman residence. Oh, he's not here right now. No, we're visiting from Massachusetts. Tomorrow? Maybe. We'll have Jerry get back to you, okay? Bye. Remind me to tell Jerry that his friend Bev called. She wants to stop by tomorrow.
Jerry apologizes and profusely bursts onto the stage.
Sorry, I just got back from the hospital.
So what's going on?
Dottie fell this morning while getting the room ready for you. She planned on using her favorite purple sheets.
Judy walks to the table and examines the sheets.
So it's kind of like our fault she fell?
She's got a major brain bleed, but Dottie's been through this before.
We're so sorry.
How about you let me make dinner?
I've got a frozen eggplant parmesan.
Judy takes the frozen entree from Jerry's hand and places it on the counter.
I can't believe this is happening. I spoke to Dot yesterday. She was saying how excited you guys were that we were coming, and we were planning all these fun things to do.
I'm gonna go unpack.
Exits.
She's so short and frail, her head comes a few inches above the dresser. She would not have hit it with much force. Dottie survived an aneurysm, a broken neck, several other surgeries. She's a real fighter. I was checking my Fidelity account, and I said, give me a minute. By the time I got there, there was blood all over the rug.
Can you show me how to set the coffee up later, in case I get up first?
In 1 second, my whole life just changed. This morning, she was happy and looking forward to your visit. And now,
David enters while Jerry's eyes wander off into space.
You're gonna get through this. Take one day at a time. By the way, what time does the gym close?
Your timing's a little bit off. Why are you asking him that now?
Well, if I don't get to work out, I'll go crazy.
You'll wait for that one.
Judy turns David a dirty look. Suddenly,
Jerry, I think the dog has to go out. Did you walk him today?
no, I forgot.
You've got a lot on your mind. That reminds me, your friend Bev called. She wants to stop by tomorrow.
Judy grabs the leash.
I'll walk the dog.
Exits. Jerry takes over in the kitchen puttering. David sits down at the table and picks up a letter. Starts to read. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello? Oh, hi, Rosemary. Oh, well, I've got guests and we're busy. Not good. Not good. Maybe in a few days? Yeah. Okay, right. Thanks. Bye.
He hangs up.
That was one of the nitwits. She drives me crazy.
Nitwit? You must not like her.
I don't like her, but Dottie's knitting group call themselves the Nitwits. That was Rosemary from the Nitwits.
Well, what's wrong with her?
She's a Republican.
So that makes her a bad person?
Yeah?
I'm pretty good friends with some folks who are Republicans.
Oh, for God's sake, unless you're a Native American, you're basically an immigrant. You just can't have an intelligent conversation with someone who thinks all immigrants should be shipped out of the country.
Not every Republican thinks that way.
Miss Nitwit does.
Dear Mr. Jerry, I normally charge you $50 for the house cleaning. But this morning, I had to spend an extra 45 minutes cleaning blood off the rug. Unfortunately, I'll have to charge you an extra 100. Fondly, Donna.
$150 for cleaning?
Jerry enters.
So-
Leash in hand.
The dog did his thing, pooped all over the street though. I hope the neighbors don't see it. I'm not picking that shit up. By the way, did you feed the dog today?
Oh, crap, I forgot.
I'll do it.
Jerry tears up. David gets up and puts a comforting hand on Jerry's shoulder.
And you're my rabbi. Do you believe it, $150?
Blackout. Lights up to an empty stage spot on David and Judy.
Cheap, cheap, cheap. I hate people who are cheap.
You're cheap.
No, I'm not. I'm frugal.
You're so cheap you don't even pay attention half the time.
I'm just careful, that's all.
I don't know. I think you may have ADD.
Attention deficit disorder?
No, attracted to discounts disorder.
Why? Just because I'm always looking to get a best deal? Who doesn't like a good deal? I mean, do you go shopping with the hopes of paying extra for stuff?
Well, no.
Well, okay.
Blackout. Scene 3 at Rise kitchen dining room. Judy and David set the table. Jerry's on his tablet, visibly upset.
What's wrong?
I have to figure out what to do with Dottie's money. I don't know if I have to give it all to her kids now, or what the tax ramifications might be. We weren't married, you know.
You weren't married. How come you never told us?
Well, she wanted you to know, but we never got around to it. Do you know what this could do to my portfolio? Do you think I could get someone to marry us at the hospital?
Jerry, she's unconscious.
Hi, Peter. I know. Yeah, she was. Yeah, but the money that's in both our names, do I get it all since we weren't married? Okay, I will. I love you, Peter. You're my rabbi.
Ring, 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 ring.
Judy, do you mind grabbing that?
Glassman residence? No, this is Judy. We're just visiting. Yeah, we'd like to meet you too. I'm not sure. No, he can't talk right now. I guess I can ask him. Okay, bye.
Sharon and Bob enter stage right. They are dressed in heavy jackets and stomp snow off their feet.
Would you mind taking your shoes off? It's a new floor.
Sharon, ignoring him, walks across the kitchen, arms extended, while Bob stands in the hallway, trying to take off his boots while holding a cake.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
She wraps her arms around Jerry, then walks over to David and Judy, kisses them on the lips. Gross out. Judy and David discreetly try to wipe off the kiss.
I am so glad you're here to look after my brother.
It's a blizzard out there in Tucson. Do you believe it? Barely made it here.
Judy takes the cake from Bob's hands and places it on the table.
Bob, you forgot to bring in the barbecue chicken. Go get it.
Obediently, Bob puts his shoes and coat back on and exits stage right.
You guys want to sit down and stay a while? Oh, by the way, Jerry, your friends Rita and Lenny called. They wanted to know if you had any time to see them.
For a few minutes. I have my therapy session in a half hour. So, how is she?
The doctors are terrible. Their bedside manner is lousy. I don't think they know what they're saying half the time. Saying Dottie doesn't have a chance.
Sharon takes Jerry's hand. Jerry removes his hand cuts himself a piece of cake, and begins to eat it without asking anyone if they want any. Bob re-enters barbecue chicken in hand, begins struggling to take off his shoes and coat. David gets up to take the chicken. Sharon follows him, grabs his arm.
Dottie never liked me. I reached out to her many times. Just last week they had a Super Bowl party, and I asked if Bob and I could come, and she said there was not enough room for us. Can you imagine how that made me feel?
Bob walks to the table, cuts himself a piece of cake, and as he begins to take his first bite,
Bob, we've got to go now.
Bob, the obedient husband, reluctantly puts the fork down and rises.
I don't understand, Sharon, why you've been going to therapy for so long.
It's the PTSD
What PTSD?
from our upbringing, Jerry.
What about our upbringing?
We grew up in an abusive household. Nothing new here.
How was it you were abused and I weren't?
Well, you just don't remember. You guys should move here. You would love it. Well, we should go now. Get your coat.
Actually, we looked at a few homes here,
Yeah, long New England winters are getting old.
and so are we.
Oh, you have to come and see our place. It's a lot more upscale than this. You'd fit right in. People your own age or older, ready-made friends, clubhouse, activities.
It's too hot for me. I'd end up looking like a piece of fried bacon.
I like bacon.
Too hot here. I don't think we do desert.
We gotta go. Bob? Bob, now.
Bob drops the fork clanging to the plate, stands and walks towards the door. Blackout.
It totally grosses me out when someone I'm not having sex with kisses me on the lips. That kind of stuff should be saved for marriage.
Marriage? Didn't you tell me that your favorite game in junior high school was spin the bottle?
Yeah, true. But you know how it was at that age, hormones raging and all. I'd get an erection just thinking about kissing, as long as it wasn't my mother or her friends. They'd give me a peck on the lips when they'd come to the house to play mahjong, pinch my cheeks, and tell me how cute I was. But the absolute worst kissing experience was when my Aunt Rose from Brooklyn, whom I dearly loved, would come to visit. My first glance, as she lumbered down the steps of the Trailway bus, were of her knee-high nylon support hose, squeezing the bulging fat out of her varicose-laden calves. Her alligator suitcase in one hand, and the other hand always held a gift for me. But I knew, before I could receive that gift, I'd first have to withstand a wet, sloppy kiss. The black hairs on her upper lip would brush against me, tickling my nose. It was all I could do to hold back the urge to sneeze and puke at the same time. Her body reeked of stale perfume. Her eyebrows were plucked bare and then penciled in with brown liner. She reminded me of a boisterous vaudevillian actress. She's partly the reason for my PTSD.
So you have PTSD as well? Seems like everyone's got it. It's almost as widespread as the common cold.
How can you not have PTSD in this world? I mean, you're born wet and naked, some person grabs you by the foot, turns you upside down in a room full of strangers, and then slaps you. Do that to a prisoner of war and it's considered torture. And to make matters worse, if you're a guy, they give you 8 days to rest and then wham, they cut off a piece of your penis. Isn't that enough to give anyone PTSD?
Now, if you put it that way,
Blackout. At Rise morning, Jerry's on his tablet drinking coffee. Judy and David, still in pajamas, walked into the room.
morning, Jerry. Did you feed the dog yet?
No, I forgot.
Did you walk him?
I forgot.
I'll do it.
Oh, by the way, Evelyn and Phil are coming over for dinner tonight. You really like them. I told them about the chili you're making. Dot put those beans to soak. She was supposed to make the chili every Wednesday. We'd have a theme dinner. This was supposed to be Mexican night.
His eyes tear up.
Did you know that the chili pepper originated in Central and East Mexico more than 6,500 years ago?
Oh, hi, Steve.
David begins taking breakfast items from the cabinet.
Yes, she's in intensive care. Thank God Judy and David are here. They've been doing everything for me. I'm not good on my own.
Jerry, listening, stands up, begins to walk towards the exit.
I love you. That's so kind. Thank you for listening. You're my rabbi.
Jerry exits. Judy enters.
Where'd he go?
He went into the other room to talk with his rabbi.
I thought you were his rabbi.
I'm the homie rabbi.
Oh, whatever.
Judy pulls David aside.
I can't believe he expects me to cook for everybody. He's treating me like the new Dottie.
I know, and I'm getting tired of all these people calling and wanting to visit. I need a break.
Me too. It would be nice to have a night by ourselves.
Do children still exist? I haven't seen any since we arrived.
I don't know. My short-term memory isn't as good as it was 4 days ago when we got here.
Do you think it's all right that we tell them we need a day for ourselves?
Absolutely.
Great. How about you tell them?
I don't want to be the bad guy. Why don't we tell him that we know he needs to see Dottie tomorrow? Maybe we can find a museum to go to.
Well, I've been wanting to go to the Wildlife Museum,
Okay, that's fine.
so you'll tell him that.
I don't want to do the dirty work. He's more your friend.
He expects you to be confrontational.
I'm not doing it. We can go to the hospital again and watch Dottie lie there totally unresponsive.
I can't visit her anymore. She should have been taken off life support. I just can't do this.
Jerry enters.
That was Steve.
Oh, the rabbi?
David gives Judy a nudge towards Jerry, who's immediately gone back to his tablet.
Jerry! Jerry!
Jerry looks up.
So we're thinking that tomorrow we're gonna head to the Wildlife Museum. Give you a chance to visit Dot alone.
I can go to the museum. We can take your car since it's a rental. Besides, I'm so close to being blind, I can't drive anywhere. Maybe you can make lunch for us to take. We'll stop by to say hi to Lenny and Rita, then visit Dottie on our way back. Well, let's not be gone too long. We've got a lot of people coming tonight.
Okay.
Blackout. Empty stage, Judy and David.
What's with the senior citizen themed dinners?
You mean like a disco or a 50s theme or like Mardi Gras or something?
Well, sort of, except that the theme usually is, let's complain about all of our ailments. We should make it official. Send out invitations.
I like that. I like that it read, come to our party, ready to complain about your latest ailment. All forms acceptable, except excessive gas and incontinence. We don't want to know about that. Party begins at 5, ends at 6. Takeout will be served, we're too tired to cook. BYOB.
Bring your own booze?
No, bring your own bifocals.
Have you noticed that we don't get invited to parties anymore unless they're fundraisers?
Yeah, I love it.
Fundraisers? I thought you hate giving away money.
No, I love that we don't go to parties. I don't even like people anymore. They annoy me. I can't hear what people are saying most of the time.
No, you're probably not missing much. Besides, half the people there are probably hearing impaired.
And who wants to know about someone's grandchildren whom we'll never see? And a decorating project in a house that we'll never see?
Or a stranger's vacation experience.
Or menus?
Or pending medical procedures.
Or who died?
Who needs it? Staying home and watching a movie is so much better.
Blackout. At Rise, the museum entrance. Camera in hand, David races in front. Judy following behind, almost out of breath.
Give me your credit card. I need to get the tickets.
Judy fumbles with her backpack, trying to find her wallet.
Hurry, I'm missing a lot of photo ops.
I can't keep up with with you. Besides, the animals aren't going in to run away. It is a zoo.
Judy takes out her credit card and hands it to David. Jerry enters.
Wait! Did you get tickets yet?
No, just about to. Why?
They're having a sale. If I pay $69, I can get a season's pass and get 2 free passes.
Sure, why not? Okay.
Wow, thanks. That's awesome.
The 3 exit one way, the 3 enter the other way.
I'm so glad you guys invited me. I need the distraction.
I can't believe we've been here for a few hours already. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starving.
I'll run to the car and get the lunches.
David goes into the audience. Everything is through the lens of his camera. He's totally distracted, disappears. Judy and Jerry sit on the edge of the stage, legs dangling, waiting.
I'm no good alone. I think I'm going to be alone forever. I wish I could clone you.
You don't want to clone me. We'd never get along. We're both too headstrong. Type A personalities. Dottie seemed more like a type B.
More like type C. She always let me get my way. Maybe I should have given in more. Although she was the one to push to move to a 55-plus community here in Tucson, she was more comfortable with the quality of medical care here. Certainly more than in remote Panama, where I would have preferred.
David jogs over to where the two are sitting.
You're never gonna believe this. I can't find the car. But look at this shot I just got. I think it's a hepatic tanager.
Ugh, not now. We're pressed for time. I'll go look for the car.
We don't have time. The Birds of Prey demonstration begins in 25 minutes.
Jerry jumps up.
Forget it, I'll go.
Jerry exits and into the audience. He disappears.
Did you know that there are over 200 species of colorful tanagers found from Canada all the way down to Argentina?
A tiny tanager you managed to see, but you can't find the car? You guys are like children and hardly ever pay attention to your surroundings. It's amazing you know how to dress yourself in the morning.
What did you say you made for lunch?
Oh my God.
Jerry re-enters and walks up to Judy and David.
I couldn't find the car either. I was too preoccupied with Dottie on the drive here and wasn't really paying attention.
Judy jumps up indignantly,
I can't believe you two.
grabs the keys from Jerry's hand, runs off the stage and disappears.
Do you think that Dottie's gonna make it?
It's not in our hands any longer.
Dottie would have said that it's in God's hands. Her faith was strong. I wish I could believe in an afterlife, knowing that someday I would see her again.
Actually, I was referring to the neurologist's hands, but I guess that works too.
I know you pray every morning. Would you include her in your prayers?
I have been.
Judy re-enters.
I couldn't find the car either. You know what? Why don't we have lunch later and instead go to the show?
Judy? Compromising?
Blackout. Sitting back at Jerry's house, the 3 enter.
Boy, it was a lot easier finding the car after 95% of the people left.
Oh, by the way, guys, you owe me $40.
Jerry checks his watch.
Damn, we've got about 10 minutes before people start coming for dinner. I've got to take a shower.
Jerry exits. Judy and David putter around the kitchen while getting everything ready. Purple napkins are placed carefully in each plate.
What do you think about him wanting $40 for the passes?
Judy's about to respond when Bob and Sharon burst in unannounced. Without missing a beat, Sharon strides over to Judy and kisses her on the lips.
I am so glad you're here looking after my brother.
David is Sharon's next victim for kissing, except he burst her lips by comically turning his head just in time.
So what did you guys do all day?
I drove us to the Wildlife Museum and then to the hospital to visit Dottie.
Jerry enters.
How was the museum?
It was great. I got a year's membership.
Don't you get a couple of free passes with that?
Yeah?
Can my grandkids use them next week when they come to visit?
Sorry, but I gave them to Judy and David.
Oh, that was so nice of you.
Well, actually, Jerry charged us $40.
Sharon stares at her brother in disbelief and disapproval.
Well, it makes perfect sense. If they're gonna pay $23 a ticket anyway, at least I can get an annual membership for $29 plus save them $6. Right?
Bob, where's the mac and cheese?
Bob does a 180, exits to retrieve the mac and cheese. Bob re-enters with mac and cheese in hand, followed by Phil and Evelyn carrying a bouquet of purple flowers. Jerry rushes over to them.
Phil, Evelyn, these are our friends David and Judy. They're here from Massachusetts, taking good care of me. Phil and Evelyn are amazing athletes. They bicycled across the US.
Jerry, how are you holding up?
Besides not eating or sleeping, I guess, okay. The only way I can get any sleep is if I take a few shots of vodka.
Are you carrying a handgun?
I've got to sit down. My knees are killing me. It's the arthritis. I hope you like the flowers.
Evelyn sits at the table, Sharon and Bob follow.
Purple? Daddy's favorite color.
Yeah, that's a Glock 19 compact striker-fired pistol. I've added it to my gun collection.
Judy walks over to the stove and retrieves a big pot of chili, sneezes.
Is it okay if we put the flowers in another room? I'm allergic.
Jerry, sighing with annoyance, saunters to move the flowers.
Who are you planning on shooting here?
I keep a gun with me at all times for protection.
Is it loaded?
Of course not. That can be dangerous.
So where are the bullets?
I keep them locked in my glove box.
Ah, so when the assailant comes to attack us in the during dinner tonight, we'll serve him dessert, so you have time to run out and get to the glove box.
Dinner's ready.
Everyone sits. Jerry re-enters and joins the group. Phil places the gun on the table next to his plate.
Would you mind very much if I asked you to put that gun back in the car?
Sure, you can ask. I won't listen, but you can ask.
No, really. Having a gun on the table makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm guessing you wouldn't be interested in seeing the rest of my gun collection back at our house? I was going to invite you to come check it out.
Phil stands and picks up the gun. Turns to Judy and reenacts a Western.
Stick 'em up, partner.
Phil, ouch!
I told you, the bullets are in the car. What do you think could happen?
That's not the point. Having a gun at the table or anywhere in sight is...
Unsettling?
Exactly.
Phil shakes his head and begins to exit with the gun.
You are in Arizona, ladies, remember?
As the scene unfolds, each guest occasionally wipes their hands, mouth, fiddles, etc. with the purple napkin placed by their plate.
How come you never invite me to anything? Seems like you're doing the meet, greet, and delete thing with me.
I'm an introvert. I don't care for groups. And what's the meet, greet, and delete?
It's kind of like ghosting, where you just disappear. Oh, I forgot, you wouldn't know that. You don't have kids. It's more of a millennial expression.
Well, some of us didn't have time for kids. We were too busy with our medical professions.
I saw you bicycling with a group of people last week.
Phil returns as company at the table shift uncomfortably.
Chili, anyone?
Nice save, Judy.
You know, like a relief pitcher in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Wow, Judy, this is delicious. I don't think you could make it as well as Doc. I didn't, but you did.
David turns to Bob.
Bob, you've hardly said 2 words all night.
Well, I guess it reminds you of that old joke when the little boy comes home from school, excited about playing the Jewish husband in the school play. And his mother turns to him and says, "You march right back in and tell me you want a speaking role. Welcome to my world."
How's Dottie doing?
Well, I've seen her bounce back so many times before.
That negates the question. What did the physician say?
Well, I guess...
She's unresponsive and breathing with the aid of a ventilator.
But They said she's breathing above the machine, and that's hopeful.
What do you think Dottie would want you to do?
Well, she does have a living will, but I just can't make that decision now.
You're not making the decision. Your job is to honor her wishes.
What are you implying?
What, would you want to live in a comatose state?
Well, you don't know. Maybe she's aware of everything, but just can't speak.
The neurologist and internist both say she's essentially brain dead.
Speaking of brain dead, guess who died a few days ago?
Don't you think that discussion is a little inappropriate right now?
You remember Billy Preston?
Oh, the guy with leukemia? So sad.
Yeah, that guy. Well, you know, he battled courageously, first with 2 months of chemo, followed by stem cell injections.
So he succumbed to the cancer.
No, he got hit by a car.
After a few beats and seconds of silence, Phil continues.
So what's the dating protocol in a situation like that?
Phil, what?
I saw Randy, Billy's wife, chatting up a lot of the single guys at the gym. So I'm wondering, what's the dating protocol that's socially acceptable in a situation like this?
Not the time, Phil.
Can someone pass the chips?
Bob and I are so excited the grandkids are coming out to visit next week. They love spending time at the pool here.
One thing I love about a 55-plus community are the kid-free zones.
Dessert, anyone?
Blackout. Empty stage, Judy and Dave.
You know, I've been thinking, why do we feel obligated to honor the wishes of the newly or almost dead? Most likely, we never honored their wishes when they were alive. Why start now?
Isn't that kind of callous and disrespectful?
Absolutely. But let's face it, wouldn't it have been more helpful if we honored their wishes while they were alive?
Give me an example.
Okay. Take Thanksgiving, for instance.
Ah, I think I see where this may be going.
Well-
Okay, go on.
Well, here I am, living, right?
On occasion.
Very funny. Anyway, I truly wish that we didn't have to get together with your family for Thanksgiving. They were a pain in the ass.
Your family's no picnic either. And besides, it was always important to my family to get together to celebrate.
You see, that's what I'm saying. I'd be a lot happier if you honored my wishes now, instead of when I'm dead. If I go first, I'll give you my blessing to not only have all your family join you for Thanksgiving, they can even move in with you if you want.
Wish not granted. Anything else?
Well, let's see. I guess I wish that you wouldn't pressure me to do things around the house. You know, mowing the lawn, dishes, calling the handyman, stuff like that.
Well, if it was up to you, we'd be watching reruns of Cheers and Seinfeld all day and night.
And another thing, what's with the term living will? Let's face it, it should be changed to dying will. I mean, death is right around the corner. That person is staring the Grim Reaper right in the eye.
Living will does sound a lot nicer. Pleasant. Almost happy.
Well, maybe the dying person is happy. Maybe they're happy because finally, just finally, everyone leaves them alone.
Blackout. Scene 7, at Rise, morning, Jerry seated at a dining room table drinking coffee, reading from his tablet. Judy, still in pajamas, enters.
Morning, Jerry.
Hi.
Did you feed the dog?
Yeah, but he won't eat. He's just standing by the door.
Well, did you walk him?
No, I forgot.
I'll walk him.
Hey, Carol. Holding up. Well, that'd be great. But my friends Dave, Judy are visiting from Massachusetts. Okay, thanks. I know you really like them. What time? Great. See you tonight.
Jerry hangs up. David in pajamas enters.
Did you have breakfast yet?
I had some of the leftover noodle pudding that Sharon made.
David starts puttering, looking at breakfast ideas. Jerry lets out a grunt of frustration, cradles his face in his hands. David, alarmed, turns quickly.
I know it's tough. It's really tough.
Damn. Stock market's down for a second day in a row.
Judy re-enters.
Did you guys have breakfast?
Jerry did.
Not yet.
You said you had leftovers, the noodle pudding?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, by the way, we're going to dinner at Carol and Dan's tonight at 8 o'clock. You will love them. They're good friends of mine.
That doesn't work for me. I can't eat that late, otherwise I'll be up all night.
Well, why don't you eat something here earlier? Just have dessert with us.
It's also kind of a late night.
Maybe it's best you go alone. Get a little break from us.
I don't need a break from you guys. Maybe you need a break from me.
Oh,
No.
we just want to give you some space. Maybe David and I will go out to an early dinner.
Carol and Dan, really looking forward to meeting you.
Why would they be looking forward to meeting us? They don't even know us.
I've told them so much about you guys. They'll be very disappointed if you don't come.
You sound like my mother. She'd always say things like that to make me feel guilty. What are you trying to do? Send me back to therapy?
Do whatever you want.
Jerry, frustrated, grabs his tablet and exits.
You know, when someone tells you, do whatever you want, you know what that really means.
Yeah, it means I want you to feel guilty. Or you're not doing what I want you to do.
Take my mother, for instance. You remember Fran Bone who died? Well, this was hers. It's a top-name designer dress. It'll fit you perfectly. Mom, I hate it. I never wear sequins. But Judy, you look so beautiful in it. No, thank you. Judy, darling, just try it on. I always got my clothes from thrift stores, and do I look out of style? You might be surprised. Mother, what would have really surprised me is you actually buying me new clothes when I was a kid, instead of finding Salvation Army handouts and making me wear them to school. Maybe I wouldn't have been bullied all the time. Do whatever you want, Judy.
When I was a kid, during the Jewish holidays, my mother would say, if you don't spend at least 3 hours in temple, you can go to school. I'd negotiate. I'd try to wear her down. I'd say, 1 hour. And she'd say, 2.5. And I'd say, 1.5 and I'll mow the lawn. And she'd throw up her hands and say, do whatever you want. You know, I was thinking, maybe it's a good idea to go tonight and meet Jerry's friends. I mean, he's going through so much, and he seems to want us there.
I'm not going.
One late night isn't going to kill you.
I'm staying here. But you? You can do whatever you want.
Blackout. Scene 8, at Rise, David and Judy enter, dressed to go hiking. Jerry enters, holding a backpack and crampons, which he throws onto the floor.
What are those?
Crampons.
You mean like for snow and ice hiking?
Yeah. Don't worry. I have a pair for you as well.
Don't you find it interesting that everyone knows the name of the first white person to climb to the top of Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary? But how many people remember the Sherpa, Tenzing Norgay, who not only hiked alongside Hillary, but slept 95% of his gear?
I'm not hiking on ice.
Well, I'll bring them just in case.
There is no just in case.
Oh, fine. I'll get some water bottles.
Jerry exits.
I don't feel comfortable hiking on ice. Back me up on this.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Jerry returns with water bottles.
It's a great hike up the mountain. Gorgeous, panoramic views.
You're a good salesman, Jerry, but I'm not biting.
I'll take them just in case.
You're not listening to me, Jerry. I'm not comfortable hiking on snow and ice.
Why don't you listen to me just once? Just this once. Let me be in control.
I am not Dottie. I will not let you be in control. Just because she let you make all the decisions and do whatever you want, that's not me. There is no compromising when it comes to safety.
Jerry storms off, crampons in hand.
I can't believe you just yelled at a guy whose wife's on life support.
I can't help it. He's driving me crazy.
Timing's not so good. Why don't you tell him you're sorry, that you yelled, but that he's pushing you to do something that you're uncomfortable doing?
Ugh, apologize.
Jerry re-enters without crampons.
So, do you still want to clone me?
Maybe 85% at this point.
Okay, so we're good?
Group hug?
No!
Blackout.
It's a good thing that after all these years being married, you're okay with me making the majority of the decisions.
Well, I let you make the smaller decisions in our relationship. I make the big decisions.
Oh, yeah? Well, how many big decisions have you made throughout the years?
Let me think. None?
Blackout. C9.
Did you walk the dog?
No, I forgot.
Feed him? I know, you forgot. I'll do it.
Judy exits.
The bike group is going out this morning for a 30-mile ride. I don't know if I should go.
Go, it'll be good for you.
I don't know, I have to pick up Dottie's son at the airport and then take him to the hospital later.
You've got big decisions ahead of you. I think the bike ride would do you a lot of good.
It's so hard to let go.
I know, but remember, this is what she would want.
She's probably happy to get rid of me.
Judy re-enters holding a bag of poop.
Mission accomplished. The dog did his thing. But I think he needs some Xanax. He seems really anxious and depressed.
He misses his mom.
I'm trying to convince Jerry to go on the bike ride.
Jerry, you've got to do things for yourself. You know, after we leave, I'm gonna call and bug you every day to make sure you're getting out and being with people. Now go for that bike ride.
You're the boss.
Jerry exits. Judy and David exit, leaving an empty stage for a few beats. Jerry re-enters with a bike helmet. Judy and David re-enter holding luggage.
I'm going now.
We'll lock the door behind us.
The three pause for 3 seconds, each reflecting on their own thoughts of the last 10 days. They begin to speak and see into each other. Pause, and then the three hug.
You were meant to be here. I don't know what I would have done without you. I love you guys.
We love you too.
Jerry exits. After a beat, David and Judy look at each other. Big sigh of relief, pick up their luggage and exit. Judy re-enters, looks around.
Goodbye, house. Goodbye, dog. Goodbye, Jerry. Goodbye, Dottie.
Judy exits, blackout. At Rise, an empty stage.
Oh, wow. Jerry just texted.
What did he say?
Dottie's gone to the purple angels in the sky. Cry for her.
Blackout. At Rise, empty stage. David holds the rental car agreement, stares at it. Judy enters.
What's up?
God damn it! I think Jerry backed into our car on the way out. There's a huge dent on the passenger side.
Are you kidding me?
Wish I was.
Do you know what that means? We're gonna have to pay the $500 deductible. Plus, they always charge you extra for the time in the shop. This could be thousands.
You think we should ask Jerry to pay?
Can we do that? You know, with like Dottie and everything?
I don't know. What's the protocol here?
We
We should have taken out the stupid insurance after all.
David and Judy walk slowly to the exit, continuing their conversation.
Well, he could have offered to pay.
Well, maybe you should say something.
I'm not doing it.
So you're okay with us laying out the money?
Why do I always have to be the bad guy? He's more your friend.
The two exit blackout. 9 months later,
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, did you walk the dog?
No, I forgot.
You forgot to feed him too, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess. So,
Okay, I'll do it.
Kathy,
Yeah?
what are we having for dinner tonight?
Oh, I thought I'd make chili.
Oh, all right.
Well, I thought you liked the way I made chili.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Not as good as Dottie's, but pretty good.
Thank you.
Kathy,
What now?
I never thought I'd meet someone so awesome again. And especially someone able to put up with me. Thank you for coming into my life.
You're welcome.
blackout, the end. So, a couple of things, David's gonna be taking notes as to what you have to say, especially just the positive thing. And just so you know, I didn't mention this at the beginning, but you guys should, I'd like to tell